There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing ever wrong with you. And you have to start believing in that. You have to start believing that God really made you with intention.
Got you all in love. At 4 or 5 checks, and I got you all in love. Oh, would've been on my way, but what you instead now. Losing your focus, but I need you enough.
Hey girl, hey, welcome back to another episode of Her Glow Season. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about some good stuff, girl. So you clicked on a really good episode. You already read the title, and this is all about self-love, how to love yourself, how to be the person that can attract the relationship that you want, right? So this is so super exciting because I'm first-handed experience these things. So I definitely am excited to navigate you on how to start your self-love journey and how you can get those relationships that you want. And if you're new here, my name is xoxo. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey. So like I said, in today's episode, what we're going to be talking about is the wonders and the beauty of loving yourself and how that actually transpires in attracting healthy relationships. Before we get into the relationship part though, I do want to share with you guys the importance of loving yourself first and how to actually start that self-love journey if you don't feel like you're at a place where you love yourself as much. I want to share with you some steps that I took personally to make me love myself more. So if you're interested and you're struggling with loving yourself, not feeling like you're worthy, you feel incompetent, if you're just a person who just know that you're not loving yourself the way that you should be loving yourself, then this video is for you. So what do I mean when I say loving yourself, and what does it look like when you love yourself at your fullest capacity? Loving yourself is je ne sais quoi. It is a spark about you that people feel, gravitate, and respect about you. How you treat yourself, others will adapt. This is when you have one-on-one time with yourself. How do you treat yourself in those moments? Do you negative talk or do you affirm yourself? How do you treat yourself when no one else is in the room? When it's just you, yourself, your mind. How do you treat yourself? Loving yourself looks like full acceptance, appreciating yourself as you are, taking care of yourself mentally, physically with care and love, thinking highly of yourself at all times, and doesn't accept anyone that compromises that. So that's what it means to fully love yourself in your whole capacity, where you're pouring into yourself and not allowing anyone to disrupt anything. Like think of like a garden, right? When you really plant your seeds inside of your garden, you are nurturing that garden and you're caring for that garden. If you don't love your garden and you don't care for your garden, nothing will grow in there. Actually, if you love yourself in your full capacity and you treat your garden with respect and that full capacity of love, then you will reap all the benefits. You can tell when a gardener really loves their crops and love their garden because you can see and feel the love that they put inside of it. People also can feel and see that too. So when they go to your garden, they can see how much work that you're putting inside yourself. It's like they can feel and sense it. So that's a cute analogy that I kind of want you to think about when it comes to yourself. Think of yourself like a garden that you're tending to and how you can romanticize that. So I taught you guys what it means to love yourself in your full capacity and what self-love is all about. So now I just want to teach you how to actually start your self-love journey. This is perfect if you're just starting out and you want to get back to loving yourself. Maybe you've been in a relationship with someone who wasn't as good, or maybe you just noticed that you just haven't been treating yourself in the best way. Girl, this is just for you. I'm giving you the blueprint on how you can treat and love yourself the way that you deserve to be. Okay, so step number 1 is disconnect yourself from the belief system, right? Everything is mindset. We're always going to start with mindset on this channel because mindset is literally everything. So when it comes to loving yourself, you want to get rid of the negative self-talk. You want to get rid of speaking down on yourself. If you're talking about your physical appearance, you want to stop that. If you're talking about your intelligence, you want to stop that. You want to start pouring into yourself and redirect your thoughts on how you believe about yourself. Instead of saying like, oh, I'm a person who is terrible at everything, I just can't do anything right. Start flipping that when that thought comes in, and start saying that I am a person who can do anything I set my mind to. I am capable of doing anything I set my mind to. So basically, when it comes to changing your belief systems, you have to deflect and get rid of all the negative thoughts that's just coming inside your mind and start placing in positive thoughts instead. You will start to feel, sense, and believe the love that you have for yourself. The second step is to turn the spotlight on you. This is your time to shine. And what I mean is this is the time where you are to write out 10 things. Yes, 10 things that you love about yourself. I want you to do that right now while you're watching my video. I want you to sit down with your journal and write down 10 things that you are amazing at, that you are so good at, whether they're things that you know that you're good at or things that people have told you that you're good at. Either or is acceptable. Write down in your journal things that you absolutely are amazing at. So then that way you have like a visual of just what you are about and what you do and like the things that you're amazing at. And literally, once you start seeing the things that you are really good at, you can surprise yourself. It's really is surprising when you see all that you are capable of, because then you're just like, wow, like I really am great at a lot of things. Sometimes we have to remind ourselves of what our strengths, what our talents are. So step number 3 is to say your affirmations, right? Words are power. And if you are speaking in a way that is down and that is not of light and is negative and it's just, everything bad, you will feel the effects of that. You will. There was a man on YouTube named Dr. Masaru Emoto, and he's a Japanese scientist that studied the powerful effect of words and how it affects the ice crystals in the water. He gets a chance to show his study with the microscope on how negative talk actually made like ugly crystals in the water. He actually compared it with when he positively talked to the water and how it formulated beautiful crystals. So that is kind of like a scientific study of how powerful words actually are, and how if you speak over yourself in positivity, you will feel that energetically. It feels good to speak positivity over yourself. It does feel bad when you speak negativity over yourself. So you want to lean onto the good, right? You want to lean onto the positivityness, because overall is very good for your mental health, your physical health. You start feeling rejuvenated in the spirit. Like everything is good when you speak good over yourself. Yeah, so like I said, affirmations, I absolutely love them. And I absolutely want to give you 4 affirmations that you can literally steal, you can literally use, and you can start saying to yourself every day. Okay, so I'm going to read them off to you. So the first affirmation that I want to share with you guys is, I am beautifully made. Right? That's super easy. You can just say that every day and you can start believing that you are beautifully made. The second affirmation is, I am smart, divine, and one of a kind. Okay. Okay. And then we have, I am worthy of love. And the next one is, I am so beautiful. God made me perfect. So, girl, you can go ahead and take those, because those are some really, really good ones. And those are the ones that I personally love to use. And honestly, after I get done saying them, they make me feel really good. So those are some examples. And you can write more. Anything, you can tailor make it to yourself and what you feel like that you need to work on when it comes to loving yourself. Make an affirmation that you can say every day, so that way you can reprogram yourself to believing. Because honestly, girl, you are that girl. Okay, I'm just saying, you are that girl who is worthy, capable. You have the ability to shine through. Okay, you are made perfectly the way that God made you to be. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing ever wrong with you. And you have to start believing in that. You have to start believing that God really made you with intention. You're up here and God believes that you're up here. So you need to start thinking of yourself in that way as well. So girl, we went ahead and we talked about our beautiful affirmations, definitely using to your full advantage, like I said. And then the next step is to make it fun and make a routine out of it. When it comes to creating your routine with loving yourself, it's all about pampering yourself, testing your intelligence by reading 10 pages a day, a chapter a day. Another example is like writing letters to yourself. I know a lot of people, oh my gosh, I saw this girl, right? This is so good. I think everybody should do this. You should do like a yearly audit. You should do a video, talk about like all the things that you used to once think about yourself or want to accomplish. And then the next year, you can respond to yourself or just see if you accomplish those things, or do you still think of yourself in those ways and everything like that. Video log it. Video log your self-love journey. I think that that's absolutely amazing. You can make a routine off of video logging and then like checking in every 3 months, every 6 months, every year. Like just make it fun. Like you could be super creative when it comes to stuff like that. That was like a random activity that you can do that popped into my head, but there's some other self-love activities that you can kind of take with you, which is solo dating. I do know a lot of people do that, and I absolutely love solo dating. I did it one time back in my single days, especially when a boy made me mad. Like if I were to go on like a date with someone and they just like stood me up or whatever, stuff like that, I was just like, you know what, I'm still about to go on that date. I'm just not gonna go with them, but I'm gonna go with myself. Okay, so shoot, you do not have to wait on no man to do things for you, girl. You can do it for yourself. Learn to pour into yourself, so then that way when the man comes along and he start doing these things, you can be like, oh, okay, I experienced that already. Flowers for me is normal. Okay, taking myself here is normal. Going to the movies every Saturday is normal. Like you can be like, oh yeah, I did that. Oh yeah, I am worthy of that. Yeah, I'm worthy. Thank you. Pour into yourself, okay? And splurge on yourself and make sure that you are just like, yeah, I do this thing. I do this. Also, too, I want to give you guys a bonus when it comes to loving yourself. And I think this is just like some general advice, which is why I kind of left it at the end. And with this advice, this is all about take away the need to validate yourself in others. And that is extremely, extremely important. When you are loving yourself, you are also telling yourself that you're strong in yourself, that you don't need to validate yourself, your actions, your decisions into people, and to lean on that. It is not ideal to lean into others people's decisions for you, how they think about you. You should be able to formulate your own decisions without leaning on other people on what your decisions to be. Utilize this time to be strong-minded and to know that you are capable, you're not incompetent to actually make those decisions. You can make a decision and you can make a really good decision. You just have to believe in yourself. So try to practice learning to trust in yourself. Don't put your worth in other people. Put your worth in yourself. Your worth in yourself. You were born here by yourself. You are capable of being self-sufficient. Don't be emotionally dependent on other people. Be self-sufficient in your emotions and your intelligence and your integrity and your and everything like that, because that is truly power that no one can take away from you. So that's my little advice right there. Take that with you. Don't ever forget it, because I had to learn that too. I had to learn to not validate myself, because I used to be a person who would validate herself and other people. I used to lean on people. I used to be like, oh my gosh, am I really like this amazing person? You know, or I used to just go off of what people tell me what they feel about me, and that's never healthy. Speaking on that, I kind of want to share with you guys a little bit more deeper about my self-love journey and what I've overcome. Full transparency, there was a time where I actually did not love myself in my fullest capacity. My problem areas were self-worth. I had like a personality identity crisis. That's kind of like how I titled it, and I can laugh about it now, but I really did struggle with this when I was younger. I used to actually think that my personality was like super lame, like, and I don't even know why I thought like that. I used to like beat myself up about it because I thought that I was like a lame because I wasn't like super extroverted. Like, I'm super outgoing and everything, but like I would get on myself because I thought that I need to do that right away. I felt like the best personality to have was to be extroverted, be all up in people's face and be like, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Alexis, blah 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 blah." And I am very bubbly. I'm very happy. I'm very sweet and all these things. And I'm very talkative when I speak with people. But I think back in the day, I was a little bit more reserved. I'm still kind of reserved now. It's just like I was just more so in my shell. And I literally would beat myself about it so much. Like, why do I gotta be so shy? Why can't I just be outgoing? Why does someone has to get to know me for me to get out of my shell? Those was the thoughts that would go into my mind. Like, I literally would be like, what's wrong with me? When I noticed I was going through the cycle of just talking down on myself or talking down on my personality and things like that, I literally was just like, you know what? God made me the way that I am for a reason. It is my authentic self. Like, I'm not about to sit here and just act like anybody that I'm not. And there's nothing wrong with how I am or how I am as a person. I might not be just loud and reckless and super like extroverted, but I am a good person. I am friendly and I am a person who can hold a conversation. I can, I can do those things. I might not be the loudest person in the room, but I do have the intelligence to hold a conversation. Once I start viewing myself in that way, like, everything changed. I started accepting myself. I started loving myself. I stopped thinking that something was wrong with me and there's nothing that I needed to do to change that. Like, and I was perfect in my way. You're a person who kind of went through something similar, or maybe it's not like your personality. No one else is telling you. I'm telling you, you are perfect. You were not a mistake. You're not anything less than. There's nothing wrong with you. You have a gift, and with that gift, it is to be yielded in the way that only you know how to. So remember that when it comes to on your journey of loving yourself, that you have your gifts, you have your physical attributes that are uniquely yours for a reason. And anyone who doesn't love you for who you are literally can kick rocks, okay? Literally can go to the other door. You don't need them. All you need is yourself, how you feel about yourself, and it's literally all that matters. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into the relationship portion. And in the relationship portion, I'm just going to teach you everything that I know about how to attract the relationship that you truly want and desire in your life. It starts with you. Everything starts with you. Everything is energy. So what you put out is what you will receive back. You have to be mindful of what you're magnifying. Be mindful of what you're attracting. The step of having a healthy relationship is to make sure you are not open to unhealthy relationship and toxicity. You want to make sure that you are not attracting people with those type of behavior traits. What I like to do to make sure I don't attract that is basically go inside my mind and say I only have time for people who are healthy. I do not subscribe to people who are negative, who have bad behaviors, who are pessimistic. I only have time for positive, happy people in my life. So that's what I would say to myself. If you're in a situation right now where you are dealing with toxic people and you don't want to deal with those things, or you're tired of attracting toxic people into your life, make sure that you literally, vocally, and mentally say in your brain, I am open only to having healthy, positive people in my life. When you pour into yourself and you giving yourself the love, you are setting yourself to know what type of love that you want to receive in your life. You're letting your future partner know what is required to be with you, and what is your standards. And we can get into that in another video, but you have to build up these standards so that way when the people come into your life, they know how to treat you. They know that you're of value. They know of your worth. And it's for you to showcase, like, this is my worth. And either you're going to be in my life, you're going to accept my standards. If you do not accept my standards, we are not aligned, and you literally don't have to deal with that person. That is the end of the episode. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something. I hope that this video inspired you to love yourself. Know that you're doing it right if you notice that you are loving yourself way more than what you did yesterday. It was a pleasure to speak to you guys. I do love coming on here to talk to you guys and uplift my women. If you resonate with this content, and if you resonate with this episode, definitely give us a thumbs up and comment down below how you are planning to love yourself more and what you have overcome when it comes to loving yourself. So that way somebody else can learn from what you experience. So we are growing. I love you guys. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to watch my videos, and have a great day. Have a great night, whatever time that you're watching this video. All in all, love you guys, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye.